Hello, my Leo friends. It's Kristen Redman, and today we're going to go over those planetary aspects that are going to be making the largest impact for you in this upcoming year of Leo 2017. And this is a positive year of change and new beginnings for everybody in terms of really being able to achieve what it is that they want to achieve, but especially for Leos, as we have two major eclipses that haven't occurred in a long time that will be happening in the sign of Leo. Eclipses, of course, bringing new beginnings. And for Leos this year, a lot of that comes in terms of personal growth and happiness. You see, eclipses occur every 8 to 10 years in a sign, okay? So it's been about 10 years since these eclipses have happened in the sign of Leo. And to have two of them happening indicates a lot of changes coming up this year. And that's a chance to get in touch with the real core needs that you have and your true wants and desires and what it is that you want to be happy in this lifetime and what makes you you, Leo, right? And you know what's interesting with Leo? Let's just do a little Leo lesson here. Leo is just such a sunny and optimistic sign in general. Okay, it's ruled by the sun. And in the universe, the sun is the center of the universe, right? And so in astrology, Leo and the sun are going to represent the ego and the self and how we view ourselves, the confidence that we have in ourselves. And that's what Leos do. They help to inspire others to be confident in themselves. And they focus on happiness, all right? And that is what they do. They rule the fifth house of astrology, and the fifth house has to deal with things that bring us happiness in this lifetime, romance and children and physical activity and things, anything that brings you happiness in this life. The fifth house rules it, and so does Leo. And this year there's a lot of changes and new beginnings that happen in those areas, okay, because it's all Leo. So these eclipses that are going to be happening, let's talk about those first and foremost because they really set the tone and the underlying current for this year for the Leo energy. On February 11th, there is what is known as the South Node eclipse. This really looks to the past and really wants to break free from the chains of the past. Now, where this eclipse happens is going to be in the house of personality, the house of self, the very first house in the astrology wheel, which represents us and how the world sees us. And this is going to give you an opportunity to go and connect with yourself on a higher level, connecting with the higher self, going deep within to find those needs that you want. What do you want now? Not you from 10 years ago. We're talking about you right now, Leo. What do you want? It's really going to come into focus on that February 11th eclipse. Focusing on what's right for you. Maybe not what's right for everybody else, but really focusing on what's right for you this go around. What you enjoy, what you want to have in store for you for this coming year, what you have in store for the remainder of your life. That's getting called into question. And this helps you to stretch out into the person that you are, this newer version of you. Especially since Saturn's going to be going through that fifth house. Remember, we just talked about that. The fifth house is what Leo rules naturally in the astrology wheel, and for the Leo astrology wheel, Saturn, the restricting planet, the one that sets boundaries and structures for the future, is going to be going through that fifth house, maturing us in ways that we haven't seen in a long time. This is a 30-year cycle that it goes through to do that, okay? So Leos are getting matured in new ways and understanding themselves in new ways, and they're ready to kind of stretch those legs out and bring that into the world in 2018. But 2017 is the year of finding it, and that's by letting go of a lot of things from the past, baggage from the past, bad habits that you just don't need anymore. You're ready to let them go. Maybe self-defeating patterns that you may be stuck in, not just those bad habits, but maybe it's behavioral issues that you find that you repeat yourself in. Maybe it's toxic relationships that you've outgrown. Things that you're going to know what it is. These things, you're going to be able to start letting them go, okay, because this is a South Node eclipse. It really looks to the past and liberating ourselves from the chains of the past. So you find that in these things that you will receive the insight that you need, I guess is the best way to sum that up in that February 11th eclipse. And it's going to start giving you clues, I guess I want to say there's going to be a new moon in Aquarius that happens. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and both of those really indicate where we do break those chains of the past, where we are able to be our true authentic self, where we have that freedom to be ourselves and to really stand out there and say, by golly, this is who I am. It's the polar opposite sign to Leo. So when we have these new moons that represent new beginnings, you're going to see little signs from the universe starting then, January 28th, and it's going to lead up through that eclipse that I'm talking about here, February 11th. You're going to have that time frame of a couple of weeks where the universe is going to start dropping signs on you with the things that need to change from the past, with areas that really dig you to go in within yourself and say, what do I need to let go of? What have I outgrown? That's the time frame it's going to happen. Now, again, the second major eclipse. The one before we talked about is where those seeds start getting planted and the ideas of things that need to be released are discovered come August 22nd when this massive eclipse happens. It's so big. This eclipse is one that's going to be seen in the entire United States, and that hasn't been since 1979. Especially if you have a 1979 birthday, Leo, this is a major year of changes for you to be happy again. This is going to be the North Node eclipse, and this is about the soul's purpose. You've found what you need to let go from the past. You've matured as the year goes on. Now, this eclipse happens on August 22nd, where you know what you're doing, okay? It jumpstarts this new era for you all around. New personality, new style, new attitude, new success, okay? Because you're able to be you. You have new habits. You're more focused on what you want, and you know what you want. Where before it never was an issue, right, Leo? You always knew what you want, but the past couple of years have brought a lot of uncertainty, as that Uranus planet has been kind of wreaking havoc on everybody in the universe here. But it's really getting you to kind of question what it is that you want, okay? So you may definitely break away from the past. Definitely. There's going to be a definitive break from the past in one way or another, whether it's bad habits, bad relationships, bad work, bad career. You're going to let it go, okay? And you're going to say yes to an exciting, deeply authentic life choice. It's going to present itself to you in that time frame, okay? And developments in your personal life can help you experience a whole new side of your personality. I mean, these are some shifts like you haven't seen in 10 years. Think about 10 years ago. Where were you in terms of that? This is another shift like that when it comes to personality and things along those lines. This year is such an increase for happiness. Like I said, the fifth house rules things that make us happy. And this year you're going to find that as Saturn transits through that fifth house of yours until the end of December, it's a maturing influence. You're going to mature in ways that you haven't seen. And well, this is a 30-year influence here, okay? So we're really maturing in new levels, Leos. And it comes from an understanding of what fits you and what doesn't anymore. And there's a lot of focus on relationships this year, and focusing on making them more solid, okay? So whether it's repairing a relationship that does work, not a toxic relationship, but one that's beneficial, one that builds you up, fixing the foundations of that as Saturn transits through that house of yours until the end of the year in December when it moves into Capricorn. Or maybe it's a matter of just finding a stable person. Maybe you are single and you're looking for somebody. There's going to be an opportunity for you to meet somebody that becomes a stabilizing factor that really helps to set for a strong and solid future moving into 2018. I would say, because this is a fifth house type energy that's going to be happening this year, and we have a lot of issues happening with that Saturn as it transits through the fifth house, it's going to be making a couple interesting connections with Uranus, that planet that brings us these unexpected things, or chaos, perhaps. So look between May 11th and the 25th, and again November 5th through the 14th, for some sort of unexpected, exciting news around the areas of fifth house type energies, which is children, romance, some opportunity to travel, some opportunity to have fun. Pay attention in that time frame, May 11th through the 25th and November 5th through the 14th, for these unexpected events, okay? That may also indicate for some folks that are trying for a baby, that you may unexpectedly find that that little one's on the way in that time frame as well. You never know with Saturn, man. It brings us just unexpected things. So, uh, and another thing too that brings to change in these relationships, okay? Maybe some of them are stabilizing, maybe some are ending, whatever it is. This is the year of Venus, okay? It really truly is because we have Jupiter transiting into Libra at the end of last year on 9/9, and it balances the scales. It's a 14-year cycle it takes for Jupiter to go all the way around that zodiac wheel and back into that house again in that sign. And it's been 14 years since it's balanced and brought that luck to our relationships, our marriage, partnerships, one-on-one close friendships, business partnerships. So Jupiter is coming through and bringing us new opportunities in those areas. It started in September. It's going to carry through until October of this year. And Libra is ruled by the sign of Venus. Venus rules love and money. So a lot of it is focused on that for everybody this year. But for us, it's really focusing on what, just in general, what beliefs that you have in life, your meaning in life, your place in this world. It's just a period of adjustment that you're going to go through as Venus retrogrades this year for the first time in 3 years. This is a big thing. Venus is going to be retrograding from March 4th until April 15th this year. And in that time frame, it's going to give you a chance to look to the past in relationships because it's love and money that Venus rules. So you're going to be looking to the past a lot about those issues, okay? Setting those boundaries, setting those structures. How did things work in the past? How they not work anymore? How you want to move forward in the future? It's going to be a time you're going to do that. But a lot of it's going to be focusing on your beliefs in yourself, your specific meaning in this life, your place in this world, and what you want to do. And you may find in that time frame that you find a podcast or a seminar or a book or a new mentor or somebody that really speaks to you and resonates within you that helps to inspire you to find what it is you want. You know, it's such a hard thing with Leo that we take such good care of those around us. And we want to bring happiness to them because Leo is all about happiness, right? We're so focused on bringing that happiness to others that we may lose sight of our own happiness and what makes us happy. And this Venus retrograde period is a chance for us to really look deep within to find that again. So, and another thing too, just in general with everybody, as Venus retrogrades for that 40 days, is that you may find, of course, issues from the past come up and they need to be rectified, but you also may find that somebody from your past comes through in terms of love. There may be second chances that come through for that. I wouldn't act on that necessarily until the Venus retrograde ends on April 15th, okay? Because they say if you start a new relationship or you get married while Venus is retrograde, it just won't turn out very good because the planet's moving backwards. And if you have the planet of love moving backwards, you don't want to be getting married then because obviously that's not going to work out very good. So I would wait until after that. But just keep an eye out for those second chances. And of course, with this year being a year where a lot of twin flames are reuniting, you may find that a karmic lover from the past comes back. And that you're both at new matured levels to be able to proceed with this relationship as necessary to make it work this time. So that's a lot of energy that's happening there with happiness. Now in terms of, oh golly, let's go with money next, okay? So we have a February 27th solar eclipse that happens in Pisces, and that's going to be happening in your house of joint finances, okay? You may find that the light gets shed on some things at that time for you because the 8th house that this is in rules like secrets and things along those lines. So you may find that there's some new information that comes to light in terms of your joint finances that you have with somebody. Maybe just in the ways that joint finances are handled. Maybe this is a call to, look and bring some attention to that area of your joint finances and how they're handled. And maybe there's some ways that should be adjusted, okay? Just some new beginnings need to be happening there because something just ain't working. The universe is saying this isn't working. We need to look at this, reassess this, and move forward. So new ways of looking at the way those finances are handled, letting go of past patterns. Maybe you've gotten into a rut with the way that you used to deal with those things and it just doesn't work anymore. So they're ready to let that go. Let's let the universe kind of filter that through and let that go. The number one thing that they say with this situation, with this eclipse that's happening in that house of finances, is to stand up for yourself, okay? Don't sacrifice anything that's in your best interest just to keep somebody else happy. I mean, that can be the Leo way. I just want to keep you happy, but that's the way it's gone for so many years that it doesn't work anymore, right? So the universe is trying to break that pattern. Pay attention to it. Just listen. Come February 27th, you'll know. You'll know what it is. And this can be in terms of inheritance too. Maybe there's some issues with siblings that are fighting with these inheritance and the money and that, because joint finances is anybody else's money but your own that's coming in. So just make sure you stand up for yourself. Okay, be the strong Leo that you are, and independent and secure in your ideas, and stand up for yourself and what's right. Now, this year is going to be bringing some big changes in the home as well for Leos. It really initiates a really exciting 12-month period in domestic life. Okay, I see some new moves, new people moving into the house, maybe a new pet that comes in. For some Leos, we know some unexpected children are going to be coming in there too. Just unexpected events, okay, that could be happening there. But no matter what it is, no matter what new energy comes into your home, into your family, it's going to be something that adds quality to your life. It's going to bring happiness back into that area of home and family for you. And another aspect to this is that honesty deepens within the family dynamic and within family relationships when Leos are concerned, especially in December when that Saturn that's going through and maturing us in our 5th house right now, it moves out and it moves into the sign of Capricorn. And it's really going to start rebuilding those solid foundations for family and the base of structure, a base of family that we have, to be having clear and honest, open communications with one another, because that's so vital in having a healthy, solid foundation. So that's a lot what's happening with that this year. Beyond that, for career for Leos, I see a lot of opportunities that happen as Mars transits through the sign of Taurus, and that's in March 27th through April 6th, because Mars is going to be going through our career sector at that time. So a lot of drive and determination to get those professional goals going. I think there's been a lot of assessment in that, especially over the past year, as some subconscious dumping's been done, a lot of soul searching's been done for Leos in that time frame, and now it's the year where we end that cycle and begin into the 1st house. Like I said, as Leo begins the 1st house and reinventing of the self like we haven't seen in 10 years. And a lot of that is about this. It provided this restless energy, just this crazy restless energy that was inside of us to move forward in life. It's the stagnation that builds up, and I have to change this. I need to change this trajectory. I need to be the real, authentic me. So in the process of this, you may find that some bold decisions are made. You're ready to take some action, and that may happen especially in that March 27th through April 6th time frame. Interestingly enough, that's when Mercury is going to be retrograde at that time. And when Mercury, planet of thought, is retrograde and planet of communication and speed is retrograde, things slow down. So you may find that, yes, an opportunity may appear, but by the time it actually gets rocking and rolling, it might be until Mars goes out or Mercury goes out of retrograde there, April 6th. So just keep an eye out for some delays, basically, is what I'm saying with that. You may have that momentum going, but there may be some random delays that pop up. And because this is Mercury retrograde at that time when we're really going to be pushed to get things going in the career and we're understanding where that trajectory is going, you may find that some missed opportunities from the end of 2016 come through. So that could be maybe some clients that you were expecting to come through at the end of 2016 that didn't show, or something didn't pan out. It comes back to you in that time frame. Or a job offer maybe that you had gone and interviewed for and you thought it went so well. Well, maybe that person that did get the job didn't work out and they left, and now they're coming back to you seeing if maybe you would be interested in having that job. So keep an eye out for those things that happen. But for the most part, we just really have a lot of energy that is around fresh starts and new beginnings in the world of happiness. Just what it is that makes you happy. Going within and finding what it is that brings you this joy and happiness and makes you to be the authentic, real you. Because I see every single one of the Leos that I know have some major changes happening in their lives, whether it's relationship or career health. I know some friends that have some health issues that are kind of shifting the trajectory of their career in this life as well. Um, these seeds have already started to become planted, especially in last year. They really pushed you to understand it. Just pay attention to what the universe has been telling you, whether it's a toxic relationship or some bad health patterns that you need to end or a career that needs to adjust. Just pay attention, and especially as that first eclipse cycle happens between February 11th and February 27th, the universe is really going to start making it known what it is that will make you happy. All right? Because this is the year when happiness really comes back in ways it hasn't in 10 years, Leo. You're the happiest of signs. You are the sun. You radiate love and playfulness. Playfulness. That's another thing I forgot to mention, too, that the fifth house rules. This is a year where you're able to play more, and you find that through your happiness. So let's do this now. I'm going to do a reading, as I usually do for all of my weekly readings I do. This one's going to be for the year. What I do is I pull a stone to see what archangel is going to be working with you for the year. It could be a stone. Sorry, my Kindle shut off right there, so I had to get the plug to plug it in here, so it should be fine. Hopefully it doesn't shut off again. So that's what we do here. So we're going to find whatever stone is carrying this energy to kind of bring us a little bit extra insight for that Leo energy for this 2017 of just massive personal growth this year. But one thing to always keep in mind, the archangel for Leo is Archangel Raziel. Comes through that crystal quartz. Everybody's got a crystal quartz, right? He is the angel of this energy here. He's our Leo angel. He is the one that is the magician of the zodiac. And us Leos are all very special, esoteric healers, okay? We've incarnated into this lifetime with that Leo energy of having an innate understanding of how to heal others. And a lot of times it's through physical touch, okay? So in various ways, Leos do that. But he is the angel that helps us to magically do those things, to heal these things. He is the angel that carries the essence of all of the colors in the rainbow, as the different frequency of color helps to heal the chakras, and that's what he does. Through the power of these crystal quartz, he is able to heal that, remove any toxic energies, any blocks that keep us from confidently going after what it is that we want, and to be able to magically manifest whatever we want. Raziel is always going to be your angel to do that. He helps you to understand your waking dreams of where it is you want to go in this lifetime, or whatever it is, whatever goals you want to achieve. But he also helps us in our sleeping subconscious dreams as well, in understanding what they are, and to bring messages through to you that you're looking for. He's the one that does that in your sleep as well. So I'm going to include links below for these angels, as well as the card that I draw too for you for this upcoming year. When you go to this website, you'll see that there is a picture of Archangel Raziel as well as a description. But under his picture, there's a play button, and there's a little short guided meditation that you can follow to kind of, you can even listen to it before you go to sleep, to help cleanse and clear those areas for you, so he can come through and help you manifest what you want in this lifetime. Especially this year, okay, into finding what it is that brings you true happiness. He'll help you get there, but see who else is going to be working with us this year through the stones here. So let's take a look and see what other energies are here for Leo. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so we have what is known as a rutilated quartz here, and I love this one here because it's got, man, you really can't see that. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Come on, Kindle. There we go. You can see there's little gold bands that are in here. Okay, they're a little strip, and I can't remember what exact mineral compound that is, but it looks like little strands of straw that are in there. And it's in a matrix of quartz and tourmaline. All right, and it's like the black and the white, the opposing forces. And a lot of that this year is also kind of calling that into focus for you as well, Leo. That side of yourself of confidently being the Leo that you are, and on the other side of it being free, being the Aquarius, liberating you from the past, those chains of the past that are keeping you from being what it is you want to be. I see it as that opposing force, okay? And then that gold band that's in between, it kind of represents our higher energetic field, that aura that's around us of divine guidance, the gold band in our aura that surrounds us, that brings us insight as to what it is we need to do in this lifetime and to keep moving forward. This is also a stone that helps to heal anything that's going on. But I see this not only as a stone of clarity through the quartz, but also protection through the tourmaline that's in there as well. Black and white, seeing things in terms of black and white. And then the healing that happens in between is what I feel they are saying with that. So obviously it's definitely Archangel Raziel that's working through us. Let's see what he wants to tell us. I'm going to shuffle this guy. Well, first I'm going to put it into 5 piles, I keep feeling. And then I'm going to shuffle it 5 times since we rule the 5th house in the zodiac wheel. And see what it is they have to say. So, for the year, what kind of information do you have for these sunny, wonderful Leos in this massive year of change and transformation and self-acceptance and self-transformation? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I love this card because this is the card of Leo energy, the Strength card. Okay. The Strength card is always, has always been known in the tarot as representative of Leo, finding that inner strength and courage. I mean, there's a lion right there. Well, is that a lion in this one? No, it's a tiger in this one. But on the normal tarot deck, it's a lion, a woman with a lion. And it's a matter of going within and finding that inner strength and courage to really get your goals achieved, okay? And not only that, but I also see this as another sign right here, the 11, right here that's happening. 11 is the master manifester in the master numbers. We have that powerful eclipse that's happening February 11th. That's going to start bringing you signs from the universe as to what it is that needs to change and go, and the past patterns, past things that need to be let go of. Going to be really made known in that time frame, what needs to change, and that's on February 11th. Okay, then that other powerful eclipse, that's the one that's in Aquarius or in Leo. Remember, we talked about that. And then in the Leo eclipse that happens August 22nd, okay, that's 11 magnified. 11 times 2 is 22. And 22 is the master builder number. We go from manifesting in the winter to building in the eclipse that happens in August, when it's made known what changes are to be made, and that's when the action is taken. I see them telling us in both times to have strength in ourselves. Let me tell you what else it says. Great inner strength, release any harsh judgments towards yourself and towards others, and have forgiveness and compassion also for yourself and for others as well. So definitely this year they're saying that. I don't know if you can see this or not. No matter what, there is a rainbow that comes in the end of that. And as Jupiter comes through this year, balancing the scales for everybody and bringing luck and opportunities for connecting with new people, new ways of finding the new self. Leo, yourself too, you will shine this year in upcoming 2017. So every one of you have a blessed year. Thank you. Bye. Nope. Or not. Okay, let's try this again. Goodbye again.